Well, hey there. Good morning. I'm super excited to be here. Did you know that life comes with some cheat codes? I know, I've been looking for them my whole life. It seems at least 40 years. My name is Amirah, and I have been on the metaphysical spiritual path for 40 plus years now. And, it was probably back in the 80s that I came across, actually, I think it might have been in the 70s. I came across this book called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Shin. And I was very impressed. That book was written back in 1925. And it's a fascinating, timeless book because it was really instrumental in my own journey and my process of learning more about who I am and looking for the deeper understanding of how to play this game we call life. And this book is actually a version of, well, I could say positive thinking, affirmations. Florence Koval Shin was really an early, not adopter, she was a pioneer in the terms of communicating or explaining how this all works, the power of your thoughts, your beliefs, and the principles of your energy and your emotions, and tying that with the law of attraction, which wasn't really well known back then, and the law of prosperity. And in all the work I do, I merge all of those principles together. And because I've been on that journey of learning to discover that. And, I've done so many trainings. I remember the Master Key to Riches being one of the first ones when I was still in Canada. And it was instrumental again at teaching me and guiding me to adopting some of these positive thinking and beliefs. Some of the things, yes, the power of positive thinking. You may have heard of that. Napoleon Hill wrote the famous book on that. Maintaining a positive mindset, even when things don't look positive in the world around you. I was just speaking with a beautiful woman who told me, well, I don't have any money. Well, the first thing I would say was, how about replacing that with, I need to find the money, or I am finding the money, or I am working on creating the money, or so we have to be mindful of where our thoughts are going, because we're literally sending messages out to the universe all the time. It's like a constant ping that is we're sending out messages. So that's how the law of attraction works. So the second principle Florence talks about in her book is the law of attraction. Like attracts like. And so the basic foundation of the law of attraction, your vibration, your frequency, I'm telling you, it's way more than just going, oh, I'm going to say a meme or a positive affirmation all day long, and that's going to just magically raise my frequency, and I'm radiating positive vibes. I wish it was that simple. I wish there was a push button that we could do that. But it really is an inside job. It is a frequency that is really grown from our unconscious thoughts, not so much the ones that we're conscious of. They do play a role, but a bigger role is what we don't know or thinking, or the vibes or experiences or situations that have been long ago finished. We figure they're done and dusted, only they're still in the archives and they're busting out these vibrations that we're sending into the universe. Along with the law of attraction is the law of prosperity. And I was just revisiting my fourth chakra class with my mentoring group, and the law of giving and receiving is basically what the law of prosperity talks about. So most of us are so happy to continue to give and give and give, whether it's a compliment, whether it's support, whether it's money, whether it's gifts, whether it's advice. We're always giving of our energy, but most of us are also delinquent in or deficit in receiving. So there's got to be that balance of giving and receiving. The third thing that Florence really talks about in her book is overcoming these limiting beliefs. So that in that example, we have a limiting belief. Well, I prefer to give. Why is that? I know that We're all conditioned from an early time in our life to always be giving. And so we have to reverse that pattern to allow ourselves to receive and to be okay with that, not to, kind of get energetically all disheveled when it's your chance or opportunity to receive. You say you want money, for example, but are you allowing it to come to you? Are you taking action in guided action where you're making steps or to produce something different in your life, to maybe get a new job or to change jobs or to start a hobby and maybe create that financial reward from your hobby? So there's a lot of different ways. I'm not going to go into that here. And Florence also talks about the power of affirmations. I am not a big subscriber to just putting up affirmations on sticky notes all around your house. I am wealthy, or I attract money. Okay, that's the beginning. But as I spoke about, it's your unconscious thoughts, it's your unconscious energies, your emotions, your feelings. So if you say, I'm attracting money, and yet you have this feeling that money is dirty, it's going to counteract it. It's going to block it. It's not going to really allow the inflow. And then the other problem is if you say you prefer giving, but you have a hard time receiving, perhaps there's another layer of where you're blocking yourself from receiving from the universe and having that money, as an example. And so money is an easy one. You say, oh, well, no. I'm willing to receive the money, but I'm not willing to receive a compliment or a smile, or I feel uncomfortable with that guy over there looking at me. We've got to get past that and move into that place of confidence and knowing that we are in alignment. And that is why I'm so committed to teaching the tools and techniques that I do, because they give you a system to follow that are timeless also, as much as Florence's book. It's repeatable, it's consistent, it's there for you when you lose your way. And that's what I think we all need. And of course, we need the divine guidance. There's a process of trusting that our guidance is true and accurate. So we have to be able to allow ourselves, again, to receive that guidance, to listen and tune in to that little inner voice that's nudging you in a direction. That is your intuition, your spiritual ability to communicate and connect, not only with your higher self, but with our Creator. So again, those are all of the things that Florence talks about that I've incorporated in my training, because that's been my path. That's been the journey that I began a long, long time ago, of learning how to direct my thoughts, how to allow and work with the universal laws of wisdom, of law of attraction, the law of prosperity, law of cause and effect, so many others. But coming into the awareness that I am everything in terms of my frequency is creating all my experiences in my life. So I hope this was inspiring for you. I'll put the link in the description where you can get Florence's book that I found incredibly helpful. It's a great reminder if you've been on the path for a while. If you like this video, please share your positive vibes, give me some thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel so that you will be reminded when I have an upcoming live or a new video that I post. I truly appreciate you. I'm so grateful that you're here with me and listening. And let's see, anybody in the chat? Yesterday, there were some people in the chat, and I'm not used to this, so I apologize. If I didn't acknowledge you, please leave your comments in the description, or your comments today in the replay, because that way they'll show up and I can catch them, okay? So I hope you continue to embrace the law of positivity, the law of prosperity, the law of attraction, and shine bright, creating a magical day for yourself. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll be here weekdays live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.